'cause the fun never ends with these three best friends. The fun never ends with the boys.
With the boys.
Hey everybody, this is WIUX LP Bloomington. You're listening to the Boys Cold One Hour. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm Billy.
I'm Clay.
I'm Jonathan.
And we have a special guest this week that we'll introduce you to later.
Very special guest.
Very special guest.
But first, make sure you grab a cold one, crack it open.
Crack it right open. There you go. Sounds great.
I love that sound.
I love that sound too. Those boys on the radio, they've got some cold ones and their own show. Open up your ears, listen to us, forget your fears, there's no need to fuss, 'cause the fun never ends with these three best friends. The fun never ends with the boys. With the boys. We're so glad that you're here with us, listening to the Boys Cold One Hour.
And thank you very much to everyone that listened to the previous show, Garage Pod with Bristol.
Yes, Garage Pod was great.
That's one of my favorite shows. It's a
great
good
show.
One. We always listen to it before ours.
Great show.
Gets us hyped up for this.
Very hyped up. Great theme. Episode songs from 2009. And thank you for people who are listening right now. We really appreciate it. We're so glad we're here with you, talking to you, having a conversation with you, meeting you through the radio or through the internet if you're streaming it online.
Indeed we are. In fact, we have a very special thing happening today for the very first time on the
Very
Boys Cold One
first.
Hour.
It's a first time Boys Cold One thing.
Special guest. Now, this guest has been highly requested.
Highly.
People have been asking for him.
People would rather have this guest on than some of us.
Yeah.
I mean,
we're not going to name names here.
Yeah.
I think my job's at stake here.
But
he's a special guest. You know him as our manager, actually, but he has got a real mic. He is
a real set of headphones, big boy headphones.
He's got headphones. He's here. Everyone, let's welcome Sergey.
Yay.
Sergey Walksman.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, everyone. It's a real honor to be here, not sitting behind the soundboard.
Exactly.
Welcome to the show.
So, Sergey,
thank you.
Our listeners, they love you. They love your section, Sergey's News in the 40s.
The news.
But they want to get to know you a little bit better. What is your favorite cold one, or favorite cold ones, and when would you like to drink that?
Ooh. So I've got one favorite cold one.
That's perfect.
And that would be root beer.
Okay, yeah, same.
That's Jonathan's favorite. Unless I'm mistaken, that's his favorite cold one.
That is his favorite.
So when would you like to drink a big ice cold glass of root beer?
Okay, so as you guys all know, it gets really hot down here in Bloomington.
Very hot.
So right after I come from classes, just want to pop one of those root beers up.
I know what you mean.
I know exactly what you mean. But the good thing today was it was starting to get cold.
Yeah, it was a cold one.
Much needed cold. Yeah, cold. It's definitely a cold one today. Much needed, much appreciated. Now, real quick, before we can move on, me and Billy do have to announce something real quick.
Yeah, a little announcement. So,
is this the Boy Wonder and Boy Blunder?
No, not yet. That's coming. That's coming. Don't worry.
Okay.
Me and we're good friends with some people who do another radio show.
It's called Willkommen to das Show.
Yeah, it's a great show.
It's on Friday from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
And basically, Clay, would you like to?
Yeah, so
They are the best show.
They're the best show on WIUX.
WIUX.
Best show on 99.1.
We're being completely genuine about that.
Better than the Boys Cold One Hour.
Yeah, we're being
completely genuine.
Yeah,
we mean
completely. We were totally not. We totally did not lose a bet with them.
No, we totally did not lose a game.
And we're not being.
cold ones.
We're definitely not being forced to say this because we lost said bet.
Not at all.
We're being completely honest right now.
If you love world music, if you love cold ones, I don't know if they address cold ones on the show, but they probably should. Maybe they should change their name to the Cold One Girls, actually.
Yeah, I've heard that's
Willkommen to that show is a little bit of a mouthful. So they're the best show on WIUX. We mean that genuinely. We didn't lose anything. So please let them into your heart, listen to them, and get to know them like you got to know us if you haven't already. So now that that's over, it's time to talk about what Jonathan alluded to, the Boy Wonder and the Boy Wonder of this week.
Right. This is a good one, yeah.
Yeah, so you want to go ahead and say the Boy Wonder, Billy? I can go with the Boy Wonder.
All right. The Boy Wonder of this week is Jonathan Funk!
Yay!
Jonathan Funk! Really,
Thank you, Jonathan.
He's on fire with the
3
wonders.
weeks in a row.
Wow.
Three-time
The triple threat, the triple crown.
Three-time Boy Wonder champion. Now, why did he give that Boy Wonder award?
Well, so
what I'm
yesterday,
wondering.
we actually, the three of us went to a fast food restaurant together, Taco Bell.
You might have heard of it.
Yeah.
Classic.
And So he was dressed up really nice. He had
looked
like a
great.
suit and everything.
It was business casual.
Yeah,
but-
he was. I don't know why he dressed up.
He
for
was
that.
taking business cash to a whole new level.
Yeah,
though,
and
let's
it
be
was.
honest
He just
here.
looked so nice. He held the door open for all of us. He was just being really
He
polite.
did hold the door. That's really what pushed him over the edge to me as a boy wonder contender.
Yeah, we didn't hold
was
up
when he
any
held the door
doors.
open.
Yeah.
So congratulations, Jonathan,
you.
Boy Wonder of the Week. You earned it.
Man.
all right, so
Now it's
Clay,
time for
who's
the boy blunder of the week. Okay, this is a bad one. This maybe some other blunders we've addressed have not been that bad. This is a bad boy blunder.
Oh,
this
gosh.
also
No.
goes
Please
to
don't be here.
Jonathan Falk.
Oh, you are
Wait,
racking
no,
all the
there's no
awards.
way.
Boy
There's
blunder.
no way.
So just to let you
I
know,
didn't do anything this week.
Just to let you know, the boy blunder goes to the boy who messed up, screwed up, made some hairball mistake.
Ooh.
It's the boy
Some
blunder.
scheme gone wrong.
He blundered, and this blunder was also at Taco Bell.
right after.
Oh.
he held the
Also
door
last
open
night,
for
right
us.
after winning, ensuring that he'd win Boy Wonder. So I was sitting there. It was, let's see, I think it was me, Jay, and Jonathan. Me,
I was on the
me,
one side.
Yeah, Jay wasn't
I
there.
was
It's just
on
me,
the-
Jonathan, and Billy. And and the
Well,
guy
he was there, but he was just not there at the time.
no, he wasn't present. He was in his own little world. Let's just say that. But the Taco Bell guy was very, very snarky, very talkative, very funny.
He was a cool guy.
He was a cool guy. Yeah, he was definitely a character. And when it was time to bring out the food for the Taco Bell food for Billy and Jonathan, he brought
Yeah, I
them
was
out
so
on
excited.
two separate trays.
I saw him walking over
Yeah,
with two trays.
Now,
Oh, he was
Taco Bell
strutting-
does
he
not
was strutting
normally
his
do
stuff.
this, right? Why were they doing this?
They
Yeah.
usually make you go up and get it, but he's walking over.
Maybe the
with
guy
tray
saw how nice
to
Jonathan
me.
was dressed and
Yeah,
thought-
he saw how nice I was dressed. He wanted the little tip. He knew I probably had a lot of money. You know,
I mean,
God
he's been
blessed
blessed
me
with a lot of money.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's been blessed with a lot of
Well,
money.
maybe he knew that you were going to be the boy wonder.
Ooh, I think
it.
that's why.
He knew that you were going to be the
he
boy
listens
wonder.
to the show every
He
week.
wanted to
Shout
get
out
on your good side.
Subway, or sorry,
You did
Taco
not
Bell
want to be
man.
on the bad side of the boy wonder.
Yeah.
But let's just
No,
say,
yeah.
so he brought, Jonathan only got a burrito. What exactly did you get?
What did I? Yeah,
was
it
a-
was a burrito.
It was
Supreme.
a burrito-shaped Taco
Burrito
Bell item.
Supreme. Yeah.
Burrito Supreme. So Billy got a few things. You know, Billy, he likes to go to fast food restaurants and get a lot of stuff.
All right.
But
I
the
mean,
guy,
it is true.
so the guy passed the tray to Billy. Billy graciously grabbed the tray. He eyed his food. He put it down in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
The guy turned to present Jonathan's food to him, and Jonathan, instead of taking the tray like maybe a normal human would be, decided to just snatch the burrito.
I just took
off
the
of the
burrito.
tray.
Yeah.
You know, he thought he was dressed up so
You know,
nice.
I
he could
didn't.
just do
I
whatever
didn't
he
want the
wants.
tray. You know, I just
didn't want
wanted
the
that.
tray.
I just wanted that row, that burrito.
Yeah, he just wanted the burrito.
That burrito. Yeah.
It was really awkward. It was. He snatched the burrito right off the tray.
Yeah.
And then the Taco Bell guy was like, "Do you want the tray too?" And I was like, "No, I'm good."
Yeah, so
I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I didn't want there wasn't space on the table for the tray.
I feel like
know,
I feel like we
He
haven't,
brought it
we
to
haven't
me on a
illustrated how
platter.
awkward this was.
No, I don't think you understand.
We're all
on
sitting
now.
there.
No,
It's
yeah.
like it's like there's an awkward silence. They have a bit of a stare down. he
grabs
the
He
burrito.
limply like snatches onto this burrito.
Yeah, he just snatches the burrito.
Oh, man.
Like what's it called? Manifest Destiny. He manifests
Yeah.
destinies across the tray, grabs the burrito. The guy returns empty tray, or he has a tray with empty burrito back to the kitchen. So
You know, I'm
because
just
of
saving
that,
them some work.
I think he felt pretty lucked out on that, to be honest.
what do
With
you
the
think?
Taco Bell guy?
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
think he was expecting a little bit more from the boy wonder. And
Oh,
just get
yeah.
that cold shoulder.
Oh
yeah.
no,
Yeah.
I mean, it could have been
No.
worse. I've seen Jonathan do worse things to Taco Bell employees. But that's neither here nor there.
Okay, we don't have to get into that.
That's
on
a
Different
here.
story for another time.
That's it.
maybe.
Yeah, that's
I don't
different
think that's
topic.
WIUX approved.
That might be B-side, material.
Yeah, B-side.
Oh man.
But so that is the boy wonder and the boy blunder of the week, Jonathan Falk once again. And real quick, we're gonna have to go on break very, very soon, but we got a little carried away. We want to talk to you about the topic of this week, which is fads. You know, especially
that
from
are
when you were a
popular.
kid, like fads in school, like you know, anything that kids were doing in school for a while that was kind of mystifying, kind of confusing, and that seemed to go away almost as quickly as it started.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have an
You know, like-
exhilarating conversation about that. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What, Jonathan?
Oh no, we're good. Well, I'll save it for later.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have
film.
enough time. We have to take a quick break. We love you. We don't want to leave.
Don't go away, especially because we're gonna hear from Sergey.
Exactly. But
Some special stuff
Very
with
special
him very
episode.
soon.
We got
We're
some
gonna
great
be-
music
We'll
though.
we'll miss you. It's 12:10.
You're
Here's
gonna
some
love the
beautiful
music.
music. We love you.
Hit it, Jay.
Talk to you soon.
Our assistant
Don't fall
manager.
asleep though, because
Please don't fall
you know,
asleep. The
filling
music's gonna be good though. It'll keep you up.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a garage podge level music. And we are back with the Boys Cold 1 Hour. We missed you, and we're so glad to be back. And we can't wait to talk to you about today's topic.
That was Wish You Were Here by Leah Isis.
Oh, I love Leah Isis. Beautiful voice on her. And I think it's a Pink Floyd cover, actually.
Yeah.
Oh,
really? Yeah, but beautifully. Hey, I mean,
you're probably right.
Hey, there's a reason why they call me the musical.
Meister.
The musical Meister.
Musical Meister, huh?
The musical boy. The boy.
Wow, that's quite a prestigious title there.
Yeah, it comes with a lot. But so we're gonna talk about fads. So first of all, fads. We're talking about fads in school. Things that, like I said, things that kids did for a little bit and then stopped doing.
Yeah.
One really odd fad that I experienced, which was for a very short time when I was in, I think, 5th grade. Now, 5th grade was a really difficult year in my life for a lot of reasons. I really felt like 5th grade, I didn't really know where I was going. And that wasn't helped by a lot of the strange trends that people around me were doing. I went to School 70, IPS. Shout out to School 70 in Indianapolis, Indiana. And one trend I noticed that kids started doing was, and let me know if kids did this at your school. They started to take Kool-Aid packets and open them up and eat them. They wouldn't mix them in with water. Yeah, so it was a really common thing. Kids at lunch, after they finished their IPS school lunch, they would open up a nice Kool-Aid packet and just completely down
Just
what was
down
inside.
it.
And the one without the cold.
Did they wash it down with water or?
No. Yeah, it was a one without a cold, pretty much.
Ooh,
and
hardcore.
I was asked a few times if I wanted to try it, but it seemed so wrong to me. Not just because it was kind of like a thing cool kids were doing. I definitely was not a cool kid in 5th grade, so I felt like it wouldn't be appropriate if I did that. But also because it seemed really, really disgusting, and I don't know why that caught on in the first place.
Oh.
So that is a trend, a strange fad that happened in my school. Hopefully, it was not just me who experienced the eating dry Kool-Aid.
No, I've not experienced that.
I did not.
That might be because they needed that extra caffeine rush.
I think they might have needed or the sugar rush. I don't know. School was long back then.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know how I was able to stand going to school for what? How long is it? 12 hours, 13 hours? You have to spend at school.
I don't know, man.
I thought it was 24 hours.
I mean, I only went to school for a few years, and then the Department of Education I went under their,
shut down.
I went under their radar. Yeah, so yeah, I haven't been in school since 5th grade, but I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, school in general was kind of a fad, right?
School was definitely. a fad
once
for
you
me.
hit 6 years old, or 10 years old, you stop learning kind of after that point.
Yeah, you kind of learn everything you need to know.
You get out of the learning phase, you get into the working phase.
You get into the cold one buying phase.
Drinking phase.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I learned most things I need to know, and even things I didn't need to know by the time I was probably about 8 or 9.
I learned way more than I wanted to know.
Oh yeah, trust me.
I learned a lot of things that I wish I didn't.
I learned a lot about the universe, about the vastness of it. It was a lot for me, who was a very not vast child, to try and understand. Any interesting fads from you, Billy?
Me, yeah, I've got one. So 2nd grade, I was actually, I went to Frank H. Hammond Elementary School. Shout out to everyone there.
Yeah.
I know some of my classmates are still in there. Hopefully you graduate soon. Anyways.
Some of your classmates are still in elementary school.
Anyways. So I was on a soccer team back in the day, 2nd grade. And, soccer.
I never knew you play soccer.
Yeah, it was way, way, way back in the day. I didn't play it outside of elementary school. But
how good were you, really? Compared to the greats?
Yeah.
Let's just say that I made Beckham, or whatever that kid's name was.
Oh, kid.
Let's say that I don't know. He wasn't my age, so I don't know. I don't want to compare.
I actually think Beckham actually started by playing elementary school soccer in Indiana too.
Really?
Yeah, definitely. That's why he gets that accent.
He was probably my coach or something. I don't really remember.
He's our age around. I think he's
Oh, okay. Yeah. So he's probably on my team. I can't really remember, but assuming he was. Anyways, everyone on my team, to get to the fad part, do you guys know about Tamagotchis?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Little electronic things.
Yes,
they're like the little pets, and you have to feed them, and they poop, and they die if you don't take care of them.
Oh,
so everyone on my team had one, including me, because you had to get.
So you
one.
bought into this? I didn't buy into my fad.
Oh, I bought into this fad. Trust me, I bought into this fad. It was super fun. In fact, that was the main reason why I liked being on the soccer team, because when we weren't playing or during practice or after practice, we would all go to the park and play Tamagotchi. It was so awesome. But after.
What was your Tamagotchi's name?
Oh, I had so many Tamagotchis.
Oh, I thought you only have one.
Well, they have a child and then you rename it and then the parent leaves.
Then dies, yeah.
Well, okay, geez. But basically that fad went away, and so I just, quit the soccer team. That wasn't the only reason. I got older and
Older and wiser.
Older and wiser. Wasn't good at soccer anymore.
Older, wiser. You got fatter.
That was
couldn't
the
run
fat was your
anymore.
soccer
Yeah.
But like, I mean, it wasn't even fun because the Tamagotchis were no more, and that was the fun part. You know what I mean? Like the friendship of it all. But yeah.
Aw.
But yeah, so Jonathan, what about any fads with you?
Yeah, there were a lot of weird fads. Of course, there was like, those rubber bracelets everyone would wear.
Livestrong bracelets.
Live Strong.
There were kids who like covered their arm in those Livestrong
Yeah,
bracelets.
I might have been that kid for. No. I definitely had a huge collection of those. No, but a weird fad. We had this thing. I think it was like 4th grade or so. We called it the Duct Tape Club. So I don't know how it started, but somehow it was really cool to get like a classic piece of just like gray duct tape and just like put it on yourself. And like if you didn't have that duct tape, you were like you're out of here.
Where would you put it? Your skin?
You'd put it. Oh, okay. So first we realized it was not very fun to put on your skin. So then,
because you're growing hair back then. For the first time.
You did.
That's precious hair. You don't want to lose.
No, you can
gotta show it off.
Hairs. Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, we would just like put on our shorts. Yeah, and then our parents would get a little mad because it always left this like sticky residue on the shorts that was like really hard to get off. So. That was a weird trend, but...
Sounds like a weird trend, and I'd love to hear more about it, but it looks like it's time for the first segment of this show, my personal favorite segment, and my own segment, actually. What does it say?
Fast
Flick Facts. So Flash Flick Facts with Claire.
We turn this into like a joke every time, but like we actually can't pronounce it. It's not a joke.
Yeah. I mean... Well, because the teleprompter is going way too fast. I can't even read it right now. Yeah. Okay,
This entire show has been scripted word for word, and we're reading from the teleprompter. Oh shoot, I'm going off book. I'm gonna get in big trouble.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Anyways, the Flash. Okay. Our manager right now is Jay, and he's
our assistant manager covering for Sergey.
He's doing a great job right now.
He's our intern.
He's our intern.
Unpaid intern.
Unpaid, unrespected intern. Just kidding. He's respected. He deserves his job. And if when you're thinking about us after the show, when you miss us, if you can miss him and think about him too, we'd really appreciate it.
Yeah.
But it was
he gets us coffee, and we appreciate it. Yeah.
Flash Flick Flax. This is about my favorite movie of all time. One of my favorite movies. A great movie. The film The Cat in the Hat, starring Jim Carrey.
No. It's Mike Myers. Jim Carrey's in The Grinch.
Yeah. It's my favorite movie. I think I know.
I'm sorry.
I know my favorite movie.
I'm sorry.
The Cat in the Hat.
It's not my Fast Flick Facts. I'm sorry.
Starring Jim Myers as the cat in the hat. Starring Alec Baldwin as... No, I'm not even joking. I'm pretty sure... No, I'm positive. It's my favorite movie. Alec Baldwin is the stepdad. And so this is one of my favorite movies. It's got it all. All-star cast... jokes, tears, a little bit of movie magic, a little bit of special effects. Mm-hmm. I mean, I watched this movie. I thought a real cat filmed it. And so later on the road, when I found out that a real cat actually did film the movie, I was really surprised. But that's not the fact of the movie. The fact is, I was watching Cat in the Hat for probably 6th or 7th time, and I was Googling it to find out more facts about the production, and I found out that after The Cat in the Hat was released, there's actually a book based on The Cat in the Hat that was released.
Like a novelization?
A novelization of The Cat in the Hat that came after the movie that's called The Cat in the Hat. First of all, can you talk about laziness? I mean, call it anything. Cat in the Hat 2. Cat in the Hat the book, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cat in the Hat, back to the hat, back to school. So when I saw that it was just called The Cat in the Hat, I said, okay, whatever. I picked it up from my local library. I forgot to return it on time. It was overdue. They made me pay. Anyways, I lost it. So if you see it, please tell me. But anyways, I was surprised because this movie is very mature. It deals with troubling things, cats in hats, stepdads living in a world where this kind of thing can happen. There's divorce, there's kids are having trouble. You get stressed out about this cat. So when I read the book, I thought it was honestly silly. It was childish. Like, seriously. You make this amazing, mature movie, and you write a book that basically panders to kids. Like, I don't know if the book was trying to pander to kids, but it seemed like it was specifically for children. So that was kind of embarrassing and kind of disappointing in the directors of Cat in the Hat, which is obviously one of America's favorite movies. So to see it, the novelization so childish is just really embarrassing.
Yeah, I was really surprised that it was so childish considering a doctor wrote it. Like, I thought, when I said Dr. Seuss, I was like, all right, this is going to be a deep book.
I was like, okay, let me break out my medical...
reading glasses on.
It's like, I might not know all these terms. Let me break out a medical handbook. Let me get Wikipedia ready. But no. Yeah, he just started making up words like kazoodle, bazoodle.
Exactly.
Like, really? That's what doctors do now?
The movie is like 2 hours long. It's super detail-oriented. There's like, it's such a dense film.
The book isn't even 100 pages.
There isn't even a dissertation in there.
The book's like 18 pages long. And
I have trouble reading, okay?
Get over it.
Why did they even put in words? Why didn't they just make it pictures? Anyways, that's a Fast Flick fact. Cat in the Hat. The movie, watch it. The book, skip it. On to our second segment, which is the segment featuring our new guest. Let's let him introduce it.
All right, everyone. So now it's time for Sergey's Survey Says. So,
is that the name?
Sergey's Survey.
Yeah. So
Sergey's Surveys.
this game entails a challenge where I'm going to give these cold boys an answer to a survey. And they have to find out what the question was and who I surveyed.
Wait.
How many people did you survey?
Okay.
No. What kind of people are you surveying?
Okay, so the people that I am surveying are celebrities.
Ooh.
And you
Oh,
surveyed.
Sergey's Celebrity Surveys.
You
He's got the
surveyed-
plug to all the celebrities.
You surveyed an
guess
entire
right?
one person for each question. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, well, let's start with question. Do we each get a chance to answer?
Absolutely.
Let's
Okay.
start with question one.
Let's get
Okay, so the answer to this question
You can play along at home. Sorry.
Yeah.
is
Keep going. Sorry.
Tweet in
Dogs.
hashtag cold one boys.
The answer. Okay, so let's
the
repeat.
answer is dogs.
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 Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So I can go first. I am going to guess that the guy who answered this question was celebrated composer Wolfgang. Is that his name? Mozart.
Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart.
Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. And it was when he was asked the question, "What inspired you to write your music?"
Ooh, good guess. Good guess.
All right. So I'm going to guess that you surveyed famous, celebrated actor Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, I love Matt.
And you
Can't get enough.
you asked him the question, what is his favorite type of hot food? And he was just like, dogs.
Okay, Matt.
Okay.
That's a little okay.
I'm gonna guess you surveyed the classic renowned artist, the Bahamen, and you and you asked them who let what out, and they answered dogs.
Yes. Well, wait, who let what out? So the dogs let themselves out.
No.
Wait, what
No,
did
who
what
let
did they let out?
who? No. Who let the blank out?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
okay.
Okay, so who's
All right,
closest?
So it's time for the big reveal. Billy, you are correct.
What?
So the celebrity,
Really?
He's
I'm
correct.
sorry. I won and I'm surprised.
you are right on the dot. So the celebrity was actually Matthew McConaughey.
What?
No
What?
way.
No. Oh my
No.
goodness. We think alike.
Oh my gosh. And the question was, and you were really close to this, but what's your favorite food at a ball game?
Oh my! Wow.
Whoa, what?
Wait, no.
Wow.
I swear I did not know about
This is Boy Wonder material.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay, we get it.
Some-
You're smart. Second question,
I'm
please.
getting an open lead. Okay.
All right.
Can we do it the other way around now?
Do you wanna do
Okay,
it?
sure, yeah.
Okay, so the second answer is axe.
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 So what's the question?
Okay.
And who is the celebrity?
You asked. Ooh. Okay. You asked Jerry Seinfeld what his favorite smell is.
Good guess. Good guess.
Axe.
Oh.
That's good. I was actually just thinking of something similar. But I'll switch it up a little bit.
Okay.
So I was thinking that
Don't steal my answer.
Yeah, you interviewed, you surveyed the Old Spice guy from the commercials.
Oh.
And I was going to say, what's your actual favorite smell? And this was going to get controversial, but since that was already taken, I'm going to say, I don't know, man. I mean, what's your favorite weapon?
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, my guess would have to be celebrity for me, my mom, Sally. And the question you asked her would be, how do you pronounce the word that's spelled A-S-K?
Oh, that's a good one.
Like you ask, she asks me questions.
I see.
Right.
All right, so here's the big reveal. Jonathan, you
No
are
way.
correct. So, the celebrity was Daniel Craig.
Oh,
And
yeah.
the question was, what's your go-to deodorant?
Okay.
And everybody
yeah,
knows.
There we go.
Everybody knows that Jerry Seinfeld.
He does a great Daniel
Does.
Craig impression.
Exactly. In fact, they were probably related too.
Yeah, that was like a really funny goof on Seinfeld.
I'm James
Yeah.
Bond.
Exactly.
the gun at the gun.
Okay, really?
All right. Are you guys ready for the last one?
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm
Sure?
ready. I'm
You
ready. I'm ready.
All right. So,
How about for this one we do Billy, Clay, Jonathan?
Okay.
ooh, switching things up.
This guy, yeah.
I like it. All right.
I got an idea.
So the answer is Tom Cruise. What is the question? And who is the celebrity?
Wow, this is hard. Okay, so I'm going to say that the celebrity that was interviewed was renowned actor Adam Sandler. And he was asked, who is your biggest role model?
Ooh, that's a good question. Okay. My guess would be, for the answer Tom Cruise, that you asked Tom Cruise himself. And the question was, who would you most like to fight in a WWE cage match?
Okay. Ooh, that's a good one.
That's a good answer.
Thank you.
But is it the right one?
I'm gonna say it was Jack Black.
Yeah.
And the question was,
Jackson Black.
Who do you want to drink a cold one with?
Oh, I love that. Plugging the show.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry, Jonathan and Billy, but
Yes!
right.
Yes!
The celebrity was Tom Cruise.
Yes.
And the question was, who is the most attractive celebrity?
Oh.
Beethoven the dog or Laika the Russian space dog? And we all know the answer has to be Tom Cruise.
Can we real quick?
Wow.
Thank you for paying some attention.
We
Can
each
real
have
quick?
1 point though, right?
Everyone got 1 point.
Yeah,
That was
perfect.
not
Good for you guys.
Wait,
Yeah, that was really not safe.
tiebreaker.
We didn't know this. Can we
awesome.
also, real quick, just say sorry to Laika the space dog?
Yes.
That's really, really sad what
Shout out
happened to her. If you
Laika.
don't look it up. It's really depressing if you like dogs. Anyways, that's a pretty sad. That's for another
That
much
is
sadder
definitely-
Cold Boys 1 episode. Okay, so now we can go right along to our next segment.
Oh,
which
this is a good one.
This is one of my favorite segments.
Indeed, it's
It's not
my
fault.
yay.
So explain the rules real quick if you can.
So, again, I am the boy blunder, but I'm definitely not the only person that messed up this week.
Ooh, I like that.
Wow.
Sergey, Billy, and also it's restaurant related, so I'm not the only one that messed up at a restaurant.
And we got our guest Sergey here, so
We got
now
our
he's
big
in the
guy Sergey here.
crossfires of this.
He's on the hot seat
Hey,
now.
come on.
dang, but I'm-
you don't need to put him in the doghouse.
Wait, I'm your manager.
Oh,
Are you
man.
getting out on me?
Well,
You need
save
to-
that for your argument.
You need
Save
to
that for
manage your own
argument.
problems first before.
All right.
No. Okay, so Sergey, Billy, Clay, and I, we're all going to eat at a very nice restaurant. But we didn't end up actually getting to eat because these pals over here messed it up. So first off, when we first got there, Billy was just like, he was pretty skeptical about the restaurant. So he's just like talking about all these bad reviews he heard about the restaurant online. It was pretty embarrassing. I'm pretty sure the waiter heard the whole thing. So it was pretty
Sounds
awkward
like
from the
Billy,
start. Clay
Sounds like me.
could
Yes.
not decide what he wanted for the longest time. He like made the waiter wait. Like he'd come back, he'd be like, "Do you know what you want yet?" He'd be like, "No."
Right.
And then eventually Clay got what he wanted, but like all he asked for was 5 different cold ones. Like he didn't even order food. So like he just like, bring me a Sprite, and Sergey's not at fault either because he insisted that he get a ham sandwich, which the restaurant doesn't even have, considering this is like a nice Italian restaurant.
They have
And
pig
last
farms
of
in
all,
Italy, right?
nobody found out that the restaurant's cash only, so none of us had cash. So none of us could pay for it. So I had to make a quick run to the ATM because
This is a hard one.
I'm a boy wonder. But when I came back, I was pretty surprised at what I saw because the waiter was like in a yelling match with Clay. I don't know what happened there. Billy, he's like digging through the fish tank. I don't know what he's looking for. And Sergey's like literally being thrown out the door by like the bouncer, which I didn't even know they had at Italian
Yeah,
restaurants. Maybe
all
it's
Italian
like
restaurants have
a
bouncers.
mafia member or something. I'm not sure, but so can you guys explain to me what happened when I went to the ATM?
Yeah. So who wants to start? This is a hard one.
Yeah, this is a hard
a
one.
really, really hard one. I'll be the biggest man, the biggest boy, and the boy wonder for next week. And I'll step up to the plate and answer why. So, recently, I had a horrible, horrible accident happen to me.
Okay.
I was walking back from class, strolling along, walking right across the quad, everyone is out there having a blast, and throwing flying discs, or as they call them, frisbees.
Mm-hmm.
And as I was walking, minding my own business, whistling a little tune, a flying disc or frisbee went across the quad and hit me right in my neck. Okay? This has caused massive damage to my neck and my throat.
Okay.
And my spine itself. I didn't get a look at the perp, but I did see that he had a very, very distinctive tattoo that said anti-cold one on the back of his neck. I knew right away he was part of the anti-Cold One Mafia.
Okay.
And I did not know this at the time, but the anti-Cold One Mafia runs this restaurant. And it was long story short.
They kind of run Bloomington, actually.
They really do. They really do. Like, this is dangerous. You guys better appreciate this because this is dangerous what we do every week.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We're under pretty constant pressure. But I started seeing a new doctor, and he prescribed me a liquid diet. That means absolutely no food, only liquid until my neck and my throat, which had been chopped by this Frisbee, fully heal. So I went out to eat, and I saw all these tantalizing menu items, and I was looking at them, and I was like, oh, I want one so bad, but I know I can't have one. I want this. That's why I couldn't decide. They all looked so good. And then I said, okay, I'll get 5 different cold ones. And as I was drinking these cold ones, and as my best friend Jonathan left to go to the ATM, the waiter turned around, and I saw the same anti-cold one tattoo on the back of his neck. So I get up, and I'm giving this guy the business, you know what I mean? I'm in his face. I'm shouting. I'm trying to protect, to get even with this guy who caused me life-threatening neck damage and made me be on a liquid diet for the rest of my life. Okay. So I was in the right. It is not my fault.
Okay, so it sounds like you're really putting things out there for the Cold One boys. You're a boy for life. I appreciate that. So whose fault was it really?
All right. Well, I have something to say real quick. So, I'm a really good friend with you guys, and I really value you guys, and so I really wanted to go to this. Well, I really wanted some nice food. So we decided to go to this restaurant, but I knew it had gotten bad reviews. And the main reason I was trying to talk it down is because I know Sergey really wanted a ham sandwich. I know Clay's on this, all liquid diet. I wanted to be able to go to a place that could accommodate them very easily. So I'm like, hey guys, I don't think we should go here. Bad Yelp reviews. I'm trying to help them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We could have gone somewhere where they do have really nice cold ones and really nice ham sandwiches, but everyone argued with me and we couldn't.
Okay.
Now, the reason I was in the fish tank.
Yeah.
So right as that guy with the tattoo was about to come up, and right before he had his big altercation with Clay, I saw him fire a biological weapon into the fish tank, and he turned to the manager and he was like, "Let's see the Cold One boys get out of this one alive." And I was like, "No!" So I jump off the table into the fish tank, snatch the thing, and I stuff it under all the pebbles. And pebbles, I just happen to know because I surveilled the place beforehand because I always want to make sure we're all safe. I care about you guys, and so I knew that those pebbles would block the blast. They would contain the bomb. The bomb would not go off. And so that's what I did. And when I come back, I found out every chaos has ensued. So basically, it's not my fault.
Okay, Sergey, they made some pretty compelling points. Right now, it's looking like it's probably your fault. This case may be over before it even starts.
Hold on. Let me get my 2 cents.
All right, let's hear this.
So, actually, I did not know we were going to an Italian restaurant. I thought we were making a run to the grocery store.
Okay.
Because my ham spoiled.
Oh.
Yeah, my ham spoiled. Wow. It was green, so I had to go get some other ham because I was craving a ham sandwich. But in my defense, the reason I asked for a ham sandwich was because it said on the left side of the menu, Italian ham undersub. And I was like, Italian ham undersub. And I was like, now, is that like a Subway but inverted? So I was like, yes, this has to be a sandwich. So, but then I got into the conflict with the guy with the weird tattoo that said anti-cold one.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, this guy's trying to jip me. I know they have ham sandwiches. So I was starting to get into a tussle with them.
Yeah.
And I didn't know they had a bumper either. See, I thought this was a respectable establishment. But, I guess not everyone is a Cold One boy. So, in my defense, when I got thrown out, I did not know I was in an Italian restaurant. And I knew that they had ham sandwiches, but they were keeping them from me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, okay.
Jeez, okay. Man, this is a hard one.
It's double elimination, too.
Double elimination. Only one person's
at fault here, apparently.
I'm so scared.
Okay. Oh, wow. I don't even... Okay, so Clay.
Yes.
Can you... So you, basically, you were the one that was trying to protect us from the guy with the tattoo, right?
I was. I know that it's hard for Cold One boys. I know he hit my neck with a Frisbee. He's going to come back
I stopped
10
the
times.
biological weapon.
10
You
times
stopped the
worse.
biological
We'd be dead.
weapon.
This guy, he didn't throw a biological weapon. The guy was throwing fish food, okay? Those fish were starving in there.
No, okay.
Wait.
I mean, I don't want to tear apart my best friend's case, but, I mean, if he has a case
Okay.
to begin with.
First of all,
You know what?
You didn't even have confirmation that he was.
First of all, he was violating a right, but not by not giving me that ham sandwich.
Wow.
That is a ham
That's
sandwich
true, yeah,
clause in
yeah.
the First
All right,
Amendment.
all right.
yes.
Let's listen to what Jonathan has to say.
You know what? I don't know if it's anyone's fault.
What?
I don't
First
know.
ever.
It has to be someone's
You know
fault.
what? I just say down with the mafia, you know?
Yes.
Down
First
there you
ever
go.
time it's
Mafia.
happened.
Down with the mafia.
We're all in this together. We're fighting against the mafia.
This is crazy.
The cold one mafia, the anti-cold one, the hot one mafia.
3 weeks of Cold One Boys.
Wow.
And the first 3 weeks, we're talking about 3 weeks of the show, 3 episodes, and this is the
This has
first
never
time
happened,
we've
yeah.
ever seen this. Never happened before. It is nobody's fault.
I think it's nobody's fault.
So what do you say, Jonathan?
I say, Billy, Sergey, and Clay, it is not your fault.
Yes! That was a great segment. We all had good lies.
That's awesome.
or truths. Actually.
All right. Well,
a
it
lie.
is reached 12:40.
Now time for everybody's favorite segment
News with Sergey.
on the 40s.
Yeah.
All right.
What news do you got for us?
Today we're going to have local news. So yesterday, Reinvest IU, which is an environmental club, led the Hoosiers Climate March across campus, starting at the Sample Gates and ending at the Showalter Fountain. Those involved marched in order to show their desire for alternative energy on campus and the IU Foundation's disinvestment from fossil fuel. The event brought speakers from all walks of life, including Chief Michael Vargas of the Sacred Nations Culture Center. Wow, that must have been quite a walk.
Oh man,
It's a walk to remember.
that is a
Yes,
walk to
it
remember.
is. Make sure that we don't leave a
You can
carbon
read that
footprint.
notification.
You should read this notification.
Yeah, we got
This
some breaking news.
is very breaking.
If you live in Bloomington, you probably have just heard about this. I know I just got a call.
All right, so I just got a message that there was a robbery near Dunn Woods.
Please be safe.
So please be
Please
safe.
be safe. Just stay in and drink cold
Stay in and
ones.
listen to the
That's
Cold One
right.
Hour,
Dude,
please.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah,
We
just
care about you too much.
Stay
We don't wanna see
inside
you
and
get
listen
hurt.
to us.
Please stay safe and listen. We
This
love
is
you
the
so
one
much.
thing we're saying that's not a joke.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
not joking at all. Please be safe. We care about you. We're so glad we're in your life, and we want to stay there forever. All right.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
sir.
thank you for the
Sergey,
news on the 40s.
My favorite.
Yeah, news about Michael Vargas. Very interesting. Some kind of scary news, but
Yeah.
we'll take it. Scary, kind of spooky. Maybe I want to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Reminds me of
speaking
our next
which,
segment,
Our
actually.
next segment, real quick. It's what I like to call McDunn's McModern McMysteries. For those of you who don't know, I'm a self-proclaimed sleuth, amateur detective, if you will. Every week I go out and solve a mystery, or I try to. It's usually unsolved, but that's why we have you guys to help us get to the bottom of it. So this week, I'm just minding my own business, walking down the road, Kirkwood Avenue. Maybe you've heard of it. But anyways, so there's a little place called Kilroy's,
Oh, Kilroy's,
K-O-K.
yeah.
Okay.
Goes by many names, Kilroy's. And so basically, I'm just walking past Kilroy's. It's Thursday night. And, they hand
Thirsty
me...
Thursday.
Yeah,
Thirsty Thursday, as they call it.
I'm walking past and they hand me like a Kilroy's t-shirt, And I'm like, wow, these guys are really desperate for employees. Like,
Oh, yeah.
they're handing out uniforms to just any guy who walks by. But you know what? I mean, hey, I'll take the extra cash. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
So
or
you took
whatever.
the t-shirt?
I mean, I took the t-shirt. I mean, I didn't say see you guys tomorrow, but it was implied.
It's implied.
I mean, if they're handing me a uniform, if they're offering me a position like that, I just,
Yeah.
I'll just come in the next day. So Friday, I show up and I walk up to the bouncer, really big line. I'm like, hey man, I'll take your shift. And, he was really happy about that. So I'm, running the line at Kilroy's. And, one of the things, I don't know if you guys know, the guy at Kilroy's, he has to check everyone's ID to make sure they're an IU student. So that's what I was doing. I was checking everyone's student ID to make sure.
And make sure they have iBucks on their account.
Yeah, make sure they have enough iBucks to pay for whatever Kilroy sells.
I think they sell shirts.
Yeah.
Only shirts.
I think
It's a clothing store.
Yeah, so basically I'm sitting there, just first day on the job, having a really good time, letting luckily everyone had their student ID, so I didn't have to deny everyone. People were just pouring in. It was super, super busy. Like I heard record numbers. And then all of a sudden, the management staff comes up to me, they start yelling at me, they're super upset. They're like, what are you doing, man? you're letting everybody in. Are you not checking their IDs? I'm like, yeah, of course I'm checking their IDs. And then they start like making wild accusations towards me, like, oh, you don't actually work here, and who are you? And you're literally just wearing a Kilroy's t-shirt. Yeah, I'm wearing a Kilroy t-shirt.
They hired you.
I mean, you hired me. I'm wearing the uniform.
Gave me the job.
They hired you straight off the street interview.
What did you want me to? I mean, come on. I thought that interview went really well. It consisted of you handing me a t-shirt and me walking away. I mean, no detail, no questions asked. I thought it went really well, but
that
apparently,
really is a mystery.
They go in, they check my employee records. Apparently, it had been they weren't there. Somehow they've
been deleted.
Deleted from the system somehow. What? Basically, any traces of me being hired there, all the records deleted. We're talking about a digital thief here. Something.
This is scary.
It was so scary because now I have no clue. It could have been anyone.
If you have any idea about this case, please tweet us. Tell us your ideas. Hashtag it with the Cold One Boys hashtag.
Exactly.
Because this is weird. They hired you.
Exactly.
Somebody went through and deleted it.
Hashtag who McDone it.
And why'd you even get in trouble?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. And so very frustrating. I was the victim in this specific crime.
Wow.
This is not a victimless crime.
Maybe it was like a disgruntled employee. Maybe you were doing your job too well.
That's it. The bouncer.
Yeah.
You were doing his job too well.
Exactly.
He was about to get fired.
People these days would do anything for a leg up in this dog-eat-dog world, right?
I know.
Oh yeah.
All
Really
right, so that leads us to that's a very interesting segment, and we really want to know what happened. So tweet
Thank
us
you.
hashtag Cold One Boys with your ideas. And now it's time for a segment where we answer a question that one of our fans has submitted. So Jonathan,
Yeah, so we got a great question this week. It's from John. He asks, if I have 25 cents, what's the best thing I can buy?
ooh,
That's a good
Do you have
one.
anything to say? You're a special guest, so we really, all the viewers really want to know your opinion.
Okay, well, with 25 cents, you can buy quite a lot.
You can buy a good bit.
Oh yeah, you could buy a gumball.
You could buy a gumball.
And that gumball is a life investment because you can chew gum for up to 90 days. Or even over that if you're like
90 years.
really a hard bowler.
Yeah. That's a good.
That can stick with you for life.
Yeah.
So you're probably in a pretty bad situation if all you have is 25 cents. So at that point, I wouldn't try and buy anything. I would try and trade something. At this point, you have one coin. So you want to find some dupe off the street, some real ninny who doesn't know what's going on, and trade with him.
Never heard this before.
You have one coin, right? Mm-hmm. You can get 2 dimes for that.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
That's more.
Ooh.
You can get 3 nickels. You can even get 4 pennies for that one quarter, 25 cents. So trade it to some unsuspecting guy for 4 coins, 4 pennies, and that is the best thing.
You have to find a real sucker.
That is the best thing you can get for 25 cents.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, they say a penny saved is a penny earned. I don't really know how that
that's
makes
true.
sense, but maybe save it. And
Save it, yeah.
save it for a rainy day. I know a lot of people keep them in their couch cushions. Maybe put them there for safekeeping.
Yeah. You could put it into a bank account,
That's
you
a
could
good
open
idea.
an account. You know what? I hear when you open an account, a lot of times they'll give you a bonus.
Ooh.
So you could open an account, you could put 25 cents in, and they'll usually give you an extra $200 just for opening the account.
That's awesome, especially since due to my deleted files, I did not get my paycheck from Kilroy's.
They didn't give
Yeah.
you your paycheck?
Yeah, dude. Plus, I'm fired.
Oh, man.
Dang,
Time to go look for
Not to go back to that. Sorry. This,
No, it's fine.
This isn't
It's-
Billy's rant hour.
Well, sometimes it seems like it.
Okay, really?
Speaking of Billy's rant, Billy, can you talk about another trend that me and you were discussing earlier? Maybe a trend of Crocs. You said.
Oh, yes. So, as you know, today we talked about fads for our topic.
We've kinda
and-
talked about fads.
Yeah, we kind of talked about it. But, one thing that, the classic fad, Crocs, the shoe. What do you guys have to say about this?
Oh, I like them.
Crocs, the shoe?
Crocs?
I was never in
know.
on Crocs. I'm not going to hate somebody for wearing Crocs at all.
Yeah.
I don't think they were my style.
I had them back in the
I
day.
had Crocs, yeah.
Yeah, what about you, Sergey?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say I wasn't a really big fan of them.
Thank you.
I'm
I'm
not
not
have to go with
anti-Croc.
Clay.
I mean, now obviously the Crocs are gone. That was a fad that definitely dissipated very quickly.
yeah,
Right, but you had all kinds of Crocs.
I mean, I had one pair.
only
I don't
one.
know.
I had a pair of Crocs, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, who didn't?
I had
mean,
a
guess you
friend.
guys-
I had a friend named Aiden. If you're listening, Aiden, shout out to you because you had so many Crocs. Everywhere he went, he'd buy a new pair of Crocs. We'd go to the arcade. He'd get enough tickets to buy Crocs. We'd go to a theme park. He'd buy theme park themed Crocs. We'd go to a hotel. He'd get Crocs from inside the hotel. I don't know. He had many methods for getting Crocs. But
Talk about commitment.
yeah,
You know,
he actually was in on that for years and years. He just recently grew out of it. But
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Pretty
the best
impressive.
way to
Wasn't
make
his foot size,
people
right?
the best way to make people want something is to tell them they can't have it.
yeah.
So that's how the experience was for me. So at my school, the Crocs were actually outlawed.
Oh wow.
Like
Really?
no joke. Yeah, they said no Crocs allowed. We were a Croc-free zone.
Wow.
You know,
Oh.
we were a Croc-free school.
You were CFZ.
Yeah, we were at CFC. So like,
Wow.
yeah. So there's
crazy.
Heelys were like that at my school.
Heelys were like that. Yeah.
They were banned. You could wear Heelys, just you couldn't wear the wheels in them.
Was that because you were trying to?
So then you just
protect-
had really ugly black shoes.
Was that because you were trying to protect the crocodile population in Florida?
I think that was
that
it.
it?
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Those
like
Florida Crocodiles. My favorite team, the FSU
the Florida,
Crocodiles.
the FSU Crocs.
yeah.
Go Crocs.
Yeah.
Go,
There we
no.
go.
Go, the Hoosier
Crocs.
Indiana University Crocs.
Yeah.
Okay, so on that subject of Crocs, we write every episode we write a song based on the theme
Yes, original song just for you guys.
of the episode. So here is our song.
It's about
Maybe Sergey, if when I get to the bottom of this, you could scroll down a little bit. I'd really appreciate that.
it's about Crocs,
It is
as
about
we have
Crocs.
alluded to, and it's brief glimpse with fame. The Croc song.
With 2 fingers on this.
Oh,
Okay.
all right.
So let's get going. 1, 2, 3, go. Summer of '07, hanging out with my friend Kevin. We took a little trip to the 7-Eleven. I saw some shoes sitting on the shelf. I took one look and I couldn't help myself. How much are those shoes? How much are those shoes? Tell me now, I have nothing to lose. How much are those shoes? How much are those shoes? 'Cause I'll take one pair and a bottle of booze.
Oh, you can't buy booze. You're like 5 years old.
What are you talking about?
I got my ID right here.
my birth certificate's right here. My name is Calvin Coolidge.
I was born in 1786.
Yeah, learn to read, please. Crocs cut a hole into my life. Crocs cut a hole into my life. Crocs caused me so much strife. Crocs made me leave my wife. Well, technically she left me, but still. I wore them to school. I was the coolest little kid. When the bullies saw me, they all ran away and hid. Crocs were king. Nobody wore sneaks. I was on top of the world for 17 weeks. And then somebody said, Crocs are a trend and that trend is dead. And then somebody said, if I see you in those again, a toilet will have to connect with your head. Crocs cut a hole into my life. Crocs cut a hole into my life. Crocs carved a hole with a knife.
At least they slightly elevated my height.
Yeah, I'm tall and so handsome. When I heard the news, I was broken-hearted. Crocs and humans had finally parted. I'm just the kind of guy who needs holes in his shoes. I miss you so bad, I've got the Crocs missing blues. So I took a hole puncher, punched holes in all my clothes. Holes in my pants, holes in my jacket, more holes in my hat than a tennis racket. Holes in my shorts, holes in my vest. Having air circulation is really the best. Holes in my glasses, holes in my coat, holes in my inner tube so I can't even float. Holes in my gloves, holes in my belt. There were some there already, but I'm sure that this will help. 'Cause Crocs cut a hole into my life. Crocs cut a hole into my life. Crocs chopped me up with a sigh. Crocs didn't even spend the night. 'Cause Crocs are out of style. Crocs are out of style. So I'm heading to the river Nile to meet up with the real crocodile.
We met online, he seems cool.
Crocs cut a hole into my life. Okay, well, that is all the time we can spend with you. We'll miss you. We're so glad that you were here to listen. We wish you sweet dreams, all of you. Maybe you're having a stressful day. Maybe you didn't do as well as you hoped on your test.
Maybe you're having a great day.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe you're worried about
so,
stuff.
yeah.
Maybe you're here listening, sacrificing your own time. So sweet dreams. We love you.
Thank you all so much. We truly
you.
appreciate it.
And we
Thanks
can't
again.
wait to be
See
here
you
next week.
And thank you,
week.
Sergey, for being our special
Thank you
guest.
for a great guest. And
Sergey.
thank you, Jay, for being an amazing
you.
manager for his first time.
And a little tease. Next week, we'll have another special guest.
I wonder who it'll be. We love you.
You do not want to miss it.
We love you. We'll miss you. Sweet dreams.
Good
Goodbye.
night.
Good night.
Good night.